Hey guys, welcome again. And this time we'll be taking a look at one of my recent arena games. I tried to get back into the top 10, and this was one of the games during the climb. I think it's a pretty interesting one, and this is with, I think, the worst wonder in 4-player being Alexandria. I did experiment a lot with Alexandria A, and I think it's just not fast enough. Like you get online too, and you are basically too slow. And when you are online with your second stage, the game is kind of already decided, and it doesn't bring much value anymore. So I'm choosing the B side here. This is actually a setup where I'm like okay with being Alexandria, so I guess I'm not like the worst wonder here. I don't have Rodos near me. I have like open game, and I open with a clay pit, so that's always nice. But is it a clay pit, guys? Because naturally your instinct is to go into the clay pit here, but I actually think it's excavation. Just because everybody needs stone in this one, except for us, but it's still value to deny them stone and to get stone ourselves. As you can see, I made the same mistake when I played this game. So here, this looks pretty bad. This looks like a heavy green push, so we would ideally try to stop that. He already has access to press, so we cannot do much more about it. So I think it's either guard tower or vein or theater or pawn shop. Recently, I've been trying to play Alexandria B with double or in the second round. So I chose guard tower here. Oh, but I actually switched to Arvane just because I thought that I need to have double red in the first round. So here, I do not think this is Claypool. I'm not a fan of going Claypool after getting a duel, if any of my neighbors has access to any clay. So I think this is guard tower. And this, going with the trend, this is barracks. I like trading a lot with Alexandria, but not here. Just because like these resources don't sound amazing, and we are basically looking for these kind of resources. So unfortunately, on the trading post is on the wrong side. But if it was on the other, I would very much consider the trading here. Here, this is between. Here, this is tricky, I think, because this is between all of these cards. Lumberyard does setups quite nicely, and we might get a lot of value from getting the caravanserai. Like the people, either we can get caravanserai with this and our first stage, or they can pay us for lumber, hopefully. Altar is obviously always good, and Tavern does enable us to go like all the way with our plan for resources. So I think Tavern is quite. I rate it quite highly here, and I think I decided to go for Tavern just to be safe. Like there is a chance that they will pay us for the first stage, or him, but it's just much riskier. Here I think pawn shop is a decent one. We might need places to hide the green. He played the green, which was very nice of him, thankfully. But we still might need places to hide the green. So I think the blue here is the correct play. But of course I didn't play it. Yeah, I think this is a slight mistake. Just a tiny bit. So here we have this stage online, possible not online, but we can get it online. We have troubles getting the last one, so I think this is sawmill here. Here I think this is just archery range, like I'm pretty happy right now. Like I've played. I'm kinda over all my resource cards, but I think the setup here is pretty solid. I might add like a gray one, for example, just to have everything cheap. But archery range here just seems very solid. We want to win red very highly. He's picking some cards, but it might not be enough. Like this is still scary, and this is still scary as well. I think this is either training ground or aqueduct. I don't think it's any of the others, and it looks pretty hard. Like I think I can pass training ground to Giza just because the loom and the forum needed to be picked up by Giza for him to have everything online. But at the same time, he can like play without it. So this is a tricky one. I think I decided to go for training ground here, but I can see like pushing for aqueduct. Like it's possible. Here I think this is just temple. We are hoping that library is getting stopped by Giza, and it should because there is nothing for him here. And this is nothing, so this is a wonder stage. And we would ideally play a wonder stage here, except I think we will struggle for picks in the last round if you play a wonder stage here, and we are kind of out of cash totally. So I decided to go for press here, just adding um, the gray. Oh, I hope my internet didn't break. Yeah, okay, that's good. So let's evaluate the situation after the second age. Let's not look at our cards yet. So we are quite far behind, I would say. Like we are winning here and here, like both of the fights right now. But 12 points, that's not where you want to be. But hopefully we can get a lot of done here. And we can start with decorators. We are most likely playing this anyway, so this doesn't stop us that much. On the way back, there is ship owners. That looks very tasty. This is a little sad, but he's paying 6 for that, so that's at a premium for him. So I decided to go for gardens and then probably wonder stage. And here is the kind of good one. There is workers, there is town hall. I might need to pay for like if I pay for workers, I might not have the money here. But I thought, well, I'm last. They are most likely paying me, so why not? Like at least I look last just because of this one. I think this is an underrated ability of this guild that you look weak to other players. So I decided to go for workers, and I thought on the way back I can get ship owners. Unless I didn't. Yeah, I decided to be safe, but I think that's might be a mistake. Here there is kinda nothing, so I don't think I can afford to play a red card in this age. So I just decided to hide one. Here is what we wanted, so ship owners, and thankfully, like we knew that there is no red on this one, so I'm quite safe from him. And the last one, of course, it's Haven, I think, but let's just count. So Marion is looking to add there are 2 reds coming, so he is looking to add 12. So if we play a red, I don't think that would be enough. So we have to try with the Haven here, I think. But that's also a nice... Oh, I guess he couldn't afford the other red. That was a weak one. But in the end, like, if he played another red, he would have need to sacrifice some money because he doesn't have the resources to pay the other one. But he would just barely win, and he ended up last place just because there are no like good playables for him. So in the end, pretty clean win. I would like to point out that I did kinda play 7 cards for resources, so that's quite a lot. But there were some decent guilds, I would say, and a decent red win. But we were like prepared for a lot of stuff. I quite like to point out that the sawmill just lends it way very nicely to this one, which I think it's kind of counterintuitive because you generally ship owners will be pretty weak for mm, for Alexandria. That's because you have 2 cards for resources that doesn't count into ship owners, don't count into Haven, and don't count into Chamber of Commerce. But here it worked out quite nicely. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. See you later. Bye.